All right. So the next question is, I'm having trouble trying to navigate which duties I can assign to a new hire or what that would look like. My husband and I own a business and would love to be in scaling and trying to grow and I believe some of the question was as they kind of step out of some of the details. So here's the way that I would recommend approaching that is when you are trying to hand off some tasks, a lot of times what people make the mistake of trying to just hand off something completely. And what I would recommend is phase it out, meaning what we did is we sat down and we listed before I even hired anyone, I listed all the things that I was spending my time doing. And then I said, okay, all right, if I am doing the bookkeeping or I am reporting to clients or I'm meeting with clients, I then went through and I said, what are the sub steps for that? If I'm doing the bookkeeping, what are the incremental things that need to be done in order to complete the bookkeeping? If I'm meeting with clients, what are the things that need to happen before I actually show up to that meeting with the client? And if you think about it, like if I'm meeting with the client, then hey, somebody has to prep the file or the information or the analysis that's going to be discussed in the meeting. Someone has to schedule the meeting. Someone has to make sure that the financials are final at the end of the month. And then someone has to actually do the bookkeeping and the accounting work. All of that stuff has to happen in order for me to meet with the client. And so once I listed that out, I started asking myself, which of these types of tasks do I have to be the one doing? And then what are some of the tasks within this chain of events that I probably could delegate to someone else? And if they happen to make a mistake, one of the other steps in the process would be able to catch it before it got to the client. And so that's the way we started really delegating tasks to our staff is we wrote out that chain of activities and we said, okay, all right, which ones could we start a new person on? And as that person proved their ability to do it well, and as that person got more confident, we can say, okay, we can move you up to also take on the next task and then also take on the next task. Because what we didn't want to do is give them an entire process to own when they weren't ready. So what we did is we went stage by stage until we got to the point where they could own more of the process. And also, by me still being involved with some of the process, I could give them feedback to help them continue to develop as they were growing and developing in our team and as a professional.